Sometimes when the weeds are high, I sit out and watch the sky. Look around for a tiny seed, hold it up for the world to see.
I have a lot on my mind, and I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I really want to go out west, back to Montana in September for a month before it starts getting too cold. But I have an appointment. I have 2 appointments in September. One of them's a video call that I'm technically supposed to be in Michigan for, because of the way the insurance works. And I have a nerve study on my neck the first week of September. And so I've got to stick around for that time. Originally, the plan was that I would be where I'm at now and until through September. So I really wouldn't have to leave here until the beginning of October. But my son, who's paying for me to be here, hasn't talked to me in a couple of weeks, and it's really bothered me a lot. I was really looking forward to spending a lot of time with him and, bonding more. It's a long story, but I didn't even know he existed until around 2017. And I really haven't been around him a whole lot. And I was hoping that this would be the time that we'd be able to bond and spend time together, but it just hasn't worked out that way. And I've been pretty disappointed about that. So I won't go too much more into that, but I wanted to go out west in September and go back to Montana, back to Yellowstone, and maybe Wall, but I just don't know how that's going to happen. September here is still going to be pretty warm, and I've been really spoiled. I've been in a motel room in a beautiful part of Michigan, and I've had air conditioning. I've been around nature. It's been beautiful. I've been trying to get out so I'm not stuck in the motel room. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's absolutely beautiful out here. It truly is. And I've been very, very fortunate to have this time here. I love it. It's a beautiful area. But my time here is coming to an end, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. I have ongoing medical stuff. I've been getting stuff ready for the car. I'll be registering my car here in Michigan, which I should have done a long time ago. And that'll get me 100% legal. I've already got the Michigan no fault that I've talked about in another video. I've been going over the stuff that I need to go back into living in my car, and how I'm going to place things and make things better. As far as this winter goes, man, it's going to be rough. It is going to be so fucking rough. In one sense, it's going to be a lot better than the summer. In the summer, because it's so warm, I have to run air conditioning in my car for Zoe. And for myself, but definitely for Zoe. I can't just tough out the heat, roll down the windows, and park in the shade because it's hot, too hot for Zoe or any animal. But so I'm trying to get things squared away. And figuring out what my next move is. One good thing about September and October here in Michigan are the cider mills. And I absolutely love going to the cider mills. They're a little overpriced. It's coffee. I mean, it's donuts and cider, and it costs a little bit of money, but man, just you go for the experience of it, for the enjoyment of it, and I really like cider mills. So it goes back to my childhood and things that I really enjoyed doing in my childhood. I remember, as a kid, we'd go to the cider mills, go for a drive and stuff in the fall. And it was always a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. I'm worried she's going to jump in the water. But yeah, I like the cider mills a lot. And but unfortunately, there's just not a lot of places to camp that aren't urban living in your car, and I really want to be out camping and in nature. No, don't even think about it, Zoe. Don't even think about it. There's not too many places where I can camp that isn't urban camping, sleep in my car, rest areas like I did this last spring for a couple of months. And where are you going? Oh my God, Zoe. And I'm going to be doing that most of the winter. I don't think as much as I want to go out west for a month. Much as I want to go out west for a month, I just don't think it's a good idea to leave the place where I'm getting my care done at. So living in my car has been far more expensive than my situation now, because I've got the ability to cook. I don't have to worry about charging up my power every day. I always have power and a way to cook, a way to shower. Well, I've got a way to shower in my car. I still have my gym membership, but I just don't like the area down where I'll be staying again. Zoe is being I gotta watch her. I don't want her to get into the ticks. What are you doing? Hey! Come on! Come on! Get out of there. I don't know what that is, but I don't like that you're in it. Can we just sit and talk? Can we just sit and talk? Huh? Why don't you sit over here next to me? Come on, sit over here next to me. Zoe. Zoe. So, oh! Why can't you sit next to me? Why can't you sit next to me? You're all wrapped up again. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. There's just so many considerations to the choices that I'm going to be making in the next 30 days. There's so many things I need to think about and consider based on what I want to do and what I have to do. And I know I'm talking in circles a lot, but that's why I hold on to her with my right hand and not my left. I need to get a bed for the back of my car. That's the next high priority. There's a couple other things that I need to do. Can we turn around? You're all wrapped up. We got to find a different place to sit, don't we? But I'm dealing with a lot of different emotions. And one of those is, I'm kind of lonely. I've tried dating and I just don't see how it can work out because I don't know where I'm going to be from, month to month or week to week. I don't know how this situation with my health is going to play out. And, I can't really find anyone to travel with because I don't live in a van, I live in a car. And it's a really small, confined area. There's barely enough room for Zoe and I. And with the setup that I've got going on in the back now, with the new setup that I'm making, I'm going to be able to lay down, but there's not going to be enough room for two people. If I went out west, I could stop by my storage unit and pick up my big cabin tent that I have. That was kind of my thought. But being here where I am, there's just no place to really tent camp that doesn't cost money. And staying in a motel is untenable. It just, if my son wasn't paying for my motel room right now, there'd be no way I could afford to do it. Motels now are like $100 a night, just about anywhere you go, and you feel lucky paying $100 a night. Because a lot of them are so much more expensive than that. And I didn't know if I turned my mic on or not, I can't tell. But just such a beautiful area I am. I wish I could live here, but I keep looking for housing and I keep trying to figure shit out. And I'm just not finding anything. And housing is probably one of the most important things right now as far as extending my life expectancy. I've talked about this before. If I don't get the surgery that I need, my life expectancy is going to be pretty short. Or I should say, much shorter than it is now. So I'm trying to make the best decisions that I can based on my circumstances. And I don't mind. I love to travel. I do. But my problem is I can't travel right now. I can't go the places that I want to go because my medical care is being done here in Michigan. And Michigan is not an overly friendly place for car dwelling. So, I don't know. But, so I'm dealing with feeling like I don't have friends, feeling like dating is out of the question, that it's not plausible. I mean, it might be plausible, but it's pretty hard. It's really hard. And I don't know. I just want someone in my life that I can trust. That I can trust with my life. That I can trust with Zoe's life. Someone I know who'll be there for me. And with my situation the way it is, and the way that the breakup with my ex went, I don't have a lot of trust for people right now, especially when it comes to Zoe. But I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the future. And I'm getting kind of itchy feet right now, but it's just not possible. It's not wise for me to give up the situation I have now, being in a motel, sooner than I have to, despite how uncomfortable I am with being ignored. So, yeah, it ain't easy. Certainly not easy. I wish I could share this with you guys. There's so many sailboats out on the lake right now, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Boats out here, being on the lake, is just, I wish my mental state was so much better than it is now. But it could be a lot worse. Being in such a beautiful area I couldn't ask for anything more than this. I really couldn't. I couldn't ask for a better situation. As far as being homeless goes. But beautiful out there. Wow. I want to be clear about something. I don't hate my life because I'm homeless. I don't hate my life. All my life I've wanted to be able to travel and see new things and go to places that I haven't been before, go back to places that I really liked. Wanted to do that all my life. Ever since I was a little kid, I enjoyed going for drives. I enjoyed going to new places. What I don't like, what makes me depressed or sad, is that now I'm in a situation where I would be able to do that if I didn't have this medical stuff going on. That's the part that sucks. Thus my disability. I can't. It doesn't bother me that I don't have a place to live. I talk about that a lot, but I only talk about that because it's such an important part of my health right now, and getting to a place where my health is more stabilized than it is now. Other than that, I don't mind living in my car. I don't mind being homeless, which is probably a good thing because I don't have much of a choice about it right now. The thing that bothers me about the whole homeless scene is that there are so many homeless people who are complete pigs. Everywhere they go, there's a mess around them. They throw trash everywhere. The rest area that I lived in this last spring, from March until June, man, people would just take everything out of their cars and put stuff everywhere. They looked like they were living there. I mean, they were, but people coming through on the interstate that are passing through, it's really off-putting. It makes people uncomfortable to see homeless people. They don't want to look at someone and know that they're homeless. Another thing was a lot of panhandling going on at the rest areas along I-94, I-90, I-94, I-94. A lot of panhandling going on at the rest areas. And that really, and I know that people don't have a choice. They don't have an income. They need that money to survive, to eat. But, you know, it looks bad when you're homeless and you look like it and you're dirty. People don't like seeing that, and it creates problems for other people who are homeless. And that's just the whole part that makes it hard for people like me who are homeless and try to not look like it. You know, when you're around a bunch of other people and being seen all the time and people start to suspect you're homeless, it looks bad. It makes people judge you and think bad things about you. But I'm not embarrassed to be homeless. I enjoy the freedom, but you know, at the same time, there's a lot of homeless people that just make it look bad for the rest of us. But anyway, I'm going to conclude that video. As you can see in the background is the Mackinac Bridge, and I've crossed it many times. Matter of fact, the first time I ever crossed it in a semi, I put it right here on my YouTube channel. And I think I have a few videos, music videos out where I've got the bridge in the background. This video has been a very long one. I've talked about a lot of things that are going on in my life right now and how I'm feeling, and you know, just being lonely, wanting some companionship, and just not knowing how that's going to happen. I mean, companionship other than Zoe. I love Zoe, but sometimes I long for human companionship. So, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you next time.